Satan had to ask. He had to ask. He had to get permission because you don't belong. Peter didn't belong to the devil. Peter didn't belong to Satan. You and I don't belong to Satan. And so Satan had to ask. Jesus said, he hath desired. The word desired there, it's not just he had a hankering for or he craved something. It actually means he petitioned, as in a court of law. He petitioned the Lord for the life of Peter and for the destiny of all those disciples who followed the Lord most closely. He demanded, he pleaded his case. All of those phrases are words that define the Greek word that's used here, desired. So we could say Satan petitioned to have you. He made a case to have you. He demanded to have you. But that's not the best part. The best part is he had to ask the sovereign. He had to ask the sovereign for permission that he could touch Peter. Why does that matter? Because if the enemy gets to you, you need to know that he had to first go through the one who holds your spirit and soul in his hand. You don't belong to planet Earth. You don't belong to 2026. You belong to the sovereign. And the sovereign says yes or no when the enemy petitions for the right to trouble your life, to disturb your journey, to rock your boat, to sift you as wheat, to place you in the threshing floor. He cannot just walk up and do as he wishes, because you are not his. You are not yours. You and I do not belong to ourselves. We are what? Bought with a price. Bought. What price? Not rubies, not diamonds, not gold or silver, but as Peter expressed it, with that incorruptible price, the precious blood of Jesus Christ. Do you think God, your sovereign, is going to turn his back and let the enemy just come peck you because he wants to? No. In order to get to Simon, he had to come through the sovereign. He had to petition. He had to make a case. He made a demand, and he had to request permission. God either had to grant him permission or deny it. Sometimes God says yes. Sometimes God says, no, you better get out of here, you dirty devil. They haven't recovered from the last sifting just yet, and I'm going to give them a little grace and carry them just a little bit farther before you get your next punch. I'm glad God knows what I can take, because too many times I've been at the place where I would have said, I can't take another minute. I can't take another bit of bad news. I can't take another confusion. I can't take another attack. I can't take another misunderstanding. I'm so glad that my sovereign knows exactly what I can handle and what I can't handle. And he will not put more on me than he has grace. Your grace is sufficient. Somebody say sufficient grace. The sovereign has sufficient grace. And so you and I need to understand today that this is just as much my story as it is Simon's story. It's just as much John's story as it was Peter's story. And the story is Satan has asked excessively that all of you be just handed over to him. And the sovereign has said, no, you'll never have them. They were mine before the foundations of the world were laid. I had them on my mind when the sons of God and the morning stars danced before the throne. They're mine.